Hello everyone, my name is Pushpa Jadhav and today we will going to see the most important topic in C programming language, that is array. At the end of this session, student will able to understand what is array and implement the C program using one dimensional and two dimensional array. Let's see the array definition first. An array in C is a fixed size collection of similar data items which is stored in contiguous memory location. It can be used to store the collection of primitive data type such as integer, character, float, double, and also derived and user defined data type such as pointer, structure, etc. Let's see the array declaration. We have to declare the array like any other variables before using it. We can declare an array by specifying its name, the type of its element, and the size of its dimension. When we declare an array in C, the compiler can allocate the memory block of the specified size to the array name. Let's see the example. Here before going for the example, let's see the syntax. Data type, array name, and size. You can see this is the single dimensional array where data type returns, you can use any data type. Suppose you want to create the character array, you can write the data type here char. If you want to declare the integer array, you can write here int. Array name, you can provide any name to the array, and size, how many number of elements you want to store in the array, that much size you have to provide over here. You can see the another syntax over here, data type, array name, and the size of an array. Size here we are providing in multiple dimensions. You can use the multiple dimensions for storing the size of an array. Let's see the example here, array of 5. So here ARR is the name of the array and 5 is the size of the array that is used to store the elements. And see in memory this much number of blocks space is allocated, okay, and it is like accessed by using the array indexes. Array initialization with declaration. We use an initializer list to initialize the multiple elements of the array. An initialized list is the list of values which is enclosed within the curly braces and which is separated by the comma. You can see data type, array name, and size. Not only we can declare the array but also we can initialize the values. You can see here we have initialized the value at the time of writing the programs. So array of 5, we can initialize the value here 2, 4, 8, 12, 16. As we have seen before, only the space is created in this particular condition, whereas if you are initializing the values, that directly the values is to be placed in the memory. Array initialization with declaration without size. See, without using the size also we can declare the array. In this example you can see we are providing the data type, array name, but we have not provided the size of an array. Directly we have initialized the values over here. So basically by counting the elements whatever we have initialized, it will define the size. So here we have initialized the 5 values, so the array size is nothing but the 5. Let's see the example on the array, how to declare it, initialize it, and how to access the values and print it. So basically hash include stdio.h, it's a header file. Integer main, it will return the result in integer. Next we have declared the array of 5, that is of value 15, 25, 35, 45 and 55. Next you can see here printf element at array of 2. So here basically we have only print the result of the position of array of 2 here. So just count it 0, 1, 2. So this statement will print the value 35. Next statement, let's see element at array of 4. So whatever the position of fourth element, that element we are displaying over here. You can see 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here the 55 value is to be printed, and at the end array of 0 value, that is nothing but the 15 value is going to be printed. So in this way also we can access the single value from the array. Let's see the next example over here. By using for loop also we can display the whole array. Instead of accessing the single value at a time, we can access all the values by using the for loop. You can see Here array of 5 will declare the value of 5 elements over here, but what we have done over here is we have modified the array by replacing the value over here. So basically array of 2 is equal to 100, so we are replacing the second position value with 100. So the reflected new array is 10 0 1 2. So second position is 30, so 30 is to be replaced by 100. You can see here by using for loop from I is equal to 0 to I is less than 5 I plus plus, and we are printing the array of I. So basically we will get the new array over here 10 20 100 40 and 50. So the 100 value, new value is reflected over here. Instead of 30 it will print the 100. Let's see the next, that is type of array. So basically there are two type of array. One is one dimensional array, second is two dimensional array. In one dimensional array we can see only one dimension of the size we can provide to the array. Let's see the example here. Here also we have declared the array of 5, and here we are printing the array from 0 to 4, because only for the 5 values to be print, the index is to be started from 0 1 2 3 and 4. So it will print the value from 0 to 4 over here. And next again we can see here array of third position element we have replaced with 9721. So we'll get the new reflected array over here. We have printed both before updating the elements and after updating the element. You can see here before updating the value, this is the array, and after updating the value you'll get the new array over here. In this way we can implement the one dimensional arrays. Let's see the next one, that is two dimensional array. In two dimensional array we can provide the two different sizes. First dimension and second dimension size is provided. This is the syntax: array name, size 1 and size 2. Exactly there are two dimension in the two dimensional array. You can see the example here. So here the array of 2 3, that is row is of 2 and column is of 3. So for loop, two different for loops we can use here. Nested for loop we have used here. So if you want to print some data in the form of matrix, you can use the two dimensional array. Row and column data if you want to print, then you can use. So basically here you can see 0 to 1. So only two rows are there, and how many columns are there? 0 1 2 up to 3 different columns are there, and we want to print the data. So basically this is the way you are going to print the 2D array. Okay, so when I is equal to 0, it will loop the j from 0 to 2, and again for I is equal to 1, it will again loop for 0 to 2 for the next dimension. So this is nothing but the array illustration and implementation by using the two dimensions. So lastly, the students will going to think on this: what is array and what are the different type of array? And second question is, how do you declare a two-dimensional integer array in C with 3 rows and 4 columns? So dear student, pause the video and write your answer. So basically an array in C is a fixed size collection of similar data types or data items which is stored in the contiguous memory location, and there are two different type of array: one dimensional array and second one is multi-dimensional array. And the second question is like, we have to store the array of C with 3 rows and 4 columns. So basically in this way, C of 3 rows and 4 columns, in this way we can declare this array. Thank you.